of the people, and the people before them, and the people before them again, and the people before them again, and the people before them again, and the people before them again.
Sleep well?
Yeah, where to today? Wherever the road takes us.
Michael and Michelle head north through Gumbaynggirr land and learn some of their tragic history.
That's okay. All right, that's okay.
Where are we off to?
Well, there's some sacred sites around here at South Ballina. When the white man started coming through all of this area, he obviously didn't like the Aboriginal tribes being on the land. So what he did is he took them over to one of the sand dunes not far from here and shot them all.
There's bones up there which have been covered up by sand drift and vegetation. And National Parks and Police came to the scene and they examined this area and found out that it was an Aboriginal campsite. And these stones is what they used here to work with. Potch.
Potch.
Yeah, it's like glass. And they obviously brought that here and they chip it with the stones and they'd use that for their carvings and their making of spears. We'll have a look at the midden up here. Most of it's been covered up by vegetation. There's stone axes in this, so you can imagine how far back in history this must be. It have to be thousands of years. Of course, nobody will ever allow to excavate it to find out, being probably the sacred site. They'd have the abundance of pippies and wildlife, wallabies, kangaroos, and a perfect little sheltered area through here. You get a strange feeling if you're here late in the evening towards nightfall. It does things to you. That's the site. It goes way back in time.
Oh, it was amazing. Pipping area, when the mullet was running, this land was just plentiful. It was a happening place. It was beautiful.
Well, we're off to go and see Uncle Eric now.
Yes.
They head into Bundjalung country.
This was a place, I do believe, that when the Bible speaks of it's the land of milk and honey, fruit, fresh meat, fresh tucker every day. When they get up in the morning, they're a place where they'd meet with the elders women, they'd come out there and they'd stand there, get up there for their morning drill, right? Who goes out for fish this morning? Who's going to go for Jallum? They had their fisherman's experience. They supplied the needy, to look after the needy ones first. Then after they sheared them all around, the old hilders would get theirs, then the huntmen would get theirs last. That was a part of our laws. You know, these are laws. It was loving, giving, sharing, and caring. There was no greed. This is where the spirit used to roam around here with our people. And it's still here today. Yeah.
Uncle Eric kindly painted his name on my didgeridoo.
I'm going down, though. It's okay.
I'd taken this didgeridoo to Mount Everest, and now, 2 years later, my goal is to find the traditional master player of this sacred instrument somewhere in Arnhem Land. He gave us a special blessing for our 2,000-kilometre journey to the Northern Territory.
They welcomed us into their family, and now we're part of the family. It's beautiful.
Well, this is downtown Byron Bay. As quiet and serene as Byron Bay could be.
A bit further up the road, still in Bundjalung country, they stop at the most easterly point of Australia and find out that this area has had a land claim placed on it by the traditional owners, the Kay sisters.
I didn't even know there was any Aboriginals here in Warrnambool. They asked where you from, sister girl. Yeah. And I'd say here, and they'd go where? And I'd go here, Byron.
We did the genealogy. We went right back to show that they were here when the first settlers came. It was their family group that lived here. So we've got all that documented so that it's indisputable. that these are the native title holders.
And recognise that there were people here that owned the land before whitefellas came along and stole it.
Some people, they think we want to own Byron Bay itself, the whole lot. We don't want to do that.
No, that's not.
Because, see, the people, they're building and coming this way, like, you know, see all those there now, they're coming this way into the town. But they just want to leave Cozy Corner to Broken Head alone, along the beach side over there, Tulla Beach.
Yeah,
That's mine. Wills Resort. That's where our grandparents were buried. So when that's the land I'd like to get back to. But there's no chance of that. Because they were buried there, and where they were buried, they got a big swimming pool there. Goodness knows what happened to their, you know, bones and things.
I left with a very heavy heart, knowing what my white ancestors had done. But we're happy to find out that the Arakwal land claim was successful.